Hello everyone. I am Maria Andrea Nicole Brau. I am here to discuss the how to classify or the classifications of goods or how to classify the classification of goods. So, this is the section 5 to 8. Here are the pointing views of this discussion. 5. Read and section notes, chapter notes, and subheading notes. 6 is examine the headings and subheadings, including dashes. 7. Go back to the identification if still in doubt. And lastly, the number 8, classify according to the rules of classification, GIRS. So first is inclusion or coverage, enumerates goods that are included. Example number 1, note 2 to chapter 60, knitted or crocheted fabrics. This chapter also includes fabrics made of metal thread and of a kind used in apparel as furnishing fabrics or for similar purposes. As you can see here in the image, it is a fabric, which is the use of the fabric is metal thread. Next is number 2, exclusion. Enumerates goods that are excluded. Example, in chapter 64, it covers footwear. However, note 1, parenthesis C to chapter 64 states that this chapter does not cover worn footwear of heading 63.09 or worn clothing and other worn articles. As you can see here, the example is about the footwear or a shoe. So number 6, examine the headings and subheadings including dashes. When we are classifying goods, we really need to examine the headings of the tariff and the subheadings including the dashes. Here is the example of harmonized system or DHS. So this is the chapter. This is the heading. This is 3208. So the subheading is 3208.10. So all countries must classify the same substance under the same subheading. So let's go to number 7. Go back to the identification if still in doubt or identify. So here, identify to classify or declassify to identify. So in which with these two you will identify to classify the goods. And lastly, number 8, classify according to the rules of classification. So there will be many rules to be used in classification or classifying of goods. That's all for my discussion. Thank you.